Hi everybody, it's Jedi Master Cheryl here to make another Game with Friends video. Let's first talk about Cersei, and there's a reason I want to talk about this first, because I have an offer. It's obviously she's got some mental issues, and I don't mean to say obviously, I mean obvious. It's obvious that Cersei has some mental issues, but which ones? Which ones does she have? Is she psychotic? Is she sociopath? Does she have borderline personality disorder? Is she narcissistic? Oh, and there's my new cat. I have a new kitty. Feline Rescue Association wrote her off for me. Her name was Muffy, but Ted and I don't like that name. I personally don't like the name Muffy. I'm thinking of calling her Olive. She has the most beautiful green eyes. So, any suggestions? Let me know. Comments, please. So I am, when I think about Cersei and her personality, she definitely uses Jaime. She definitely uses Jaime. And remember how she acted and reacted to Brienne at the Purple Wedding? It's very telling, okay? She's very insecure. In fact, I would say Cersei is nothing if not insecure. She is probably one of the most insecure women I've ever met. Not about how she looks, okay? But about who she is and her place in the world. There's something about the way Cersei is. She's a very insecure person. There's something about how she is. I guess maybe it's because of the Maggie the Frog thing, but there's something about knowing, I guess maybe knowing your own fate and waiting for it to come true that would really, kind of screw with your head. So, but what is it about Cersei? That's and what is it about her going forward? I have a lot of thoughts about her, and it's because of the psychology thing and the fact that I'd studied psychology for so long. So, because I have a lot of thoughts about Cersei, that would probably require me making another whole video. And this one I wanted to kind of keep short and sweet and just to the point. And it's a very serious behavioral issue when you're talking about something like what I think about Cersei and where I see her going forward, because we obviously see that when you take somebody when you're talking about a woman that's that disturbed, especially somebody that's got the kind of issues that Cersei has, and when you combine it in real life, and I'm talking about with real life too, with somebody that's got maybe borderline personality disorder, and then you take away all restraint, how far are they willing to go? Well, you've seen how far Cersei's willing to go. They will kill people, and in real life, they really will. So, my offer is, okay, I will either make my own video about and talk about Cersei, or I would be willing to do a live chat with somebody and collaborate with one of you fine people, one of my fellow YouTubers that I'm friends with. I would love to do that. I think that would be a great deal of fun, and I think it would be a terrific experience for all involved and really a great learning experience, especially for me. I would really like to learn more about how to actually do some of all of this, and I could learn a lot from you all. And one of you people, some of you guys are really great, and any of you could teach me something, I would really appreciate it. So if anybody wants to step up and help me with a little bit of that, I would really appreciate it, and I would like to do a live chat, so that would be great. Thank you. Thank you in advance, anybody who wants to help. In other words, thanks. Okay, moving on. I've been hearing in various ways from, this one, that one, everybody, in just various ways. So kind of to sum up from what I've been hearing, a lot of disgruntled talk about rushing the story from a lot of different people. And it might come in different ways, or people saying it in a different way. They may not be actually saying, I'm upset because the story's being rushed, but it's coming out that way. It's actually being said in a different way. And you know what, folks? I couldn't agree more. Dan and Dave have rushed the story. They are rushing the damn story. Now, I want you guys, even if you're like, well, I'm okay, 7 episodes this season and 6 next, it doesn't really bother me that much. I'm okay. The story is exciting. I'm enjoying it. Hear me out for a minute, okay? I want you to listen to me. I remember when HBO came on. I'm not trying to rub in my age or anything. I'm not going to do this, okay? I'm not going in either. I'm not going to say anything about me personally. I'm just going to say I remember when HBO came on, and this is the biggest show they've ever had, ever. And they're going to tell me that they can't come up with enough cash. This is a budget thing. They don't have enough money. Come on. This is not true. I'm not buying any of this stuff that they're telling me. I don't know what their real reasons are for why they're rushing this through, because they didn't have to do this. It does feel too rushed. It does feel too forced. Look at this thing with Arya. I'm going to show you my dad's beret from Vietnam. You know, he died when I was a little girl, but this is like this black beret he wore when he was in Vietnam. My kid wear it. There's a picture of us when he was at Vietnam, or when he was back in Livermore and he was getting an award, and like, there's my family. And I was a little girl singing. This is my dad had the wings because he was jumped out of airplanes and stuff. Yeah, he had to because he was a Navy SEAL, and this was him and my mom, and they were at like airplanes. Anyway, oh, by the way, so let me get back to this. And I don't know what's really going on, but they're the biggest ever. And the other thing that I'm really upset with Dan and Dave about is that why didn't they have a game plan going into this? I mean, there's a lot of heart going in with these guys. They have a lot of love, but there was no game plan. And one of the reasons, let me segue back into this with my dad and Arya, is they didn't have any reason for her to be able to fight like this. Why? Where's the training that she did with Needle? She just goes into Winterfell and she's able to, like, stand with Brienne of Tarth? Come on. And thanks, Bridge, for being able, you know, I was appreciative of that, being able to have that discussion with you about how I don't think that Brienne could really, in real life, I mean, come on, George R.R. Martin, Brienne of Tarth would never be able to hold her own with a man like that. If Jaime or the Hound were at full strength, both of them were wounded, or there's no way she would have been able to kick their ass if they were at full strength. And the reason why I say that, and I've made my point there, but I'm just saying, as a woman, women just don't have the same upper body strength as men do. When they're at their full strength, no way. Ain't gonna happen. So, and Arya's just bullshit. I love what Preston Jacobs said. Made me so laugh so hard. Wolverine. That was just so funny. Yeah, if I got stabbed in the gut that hard, what was she laying in bed there for 6 months? I wondered. How did she heal so fast? Yeah, she's Wolverine, all right. And then, why didn't those guys have any game plan? Because with my dad, what I meant was when he would train for war, do you think that he would have been able to just... They had to train. He had to practice, in other words. I can remember a lot of practicing. A lot of drilling. A lot of, not necessarily so much for him personally, but him having to train his men, or he would talk about things. So anyway, I'm just saying that there's a lot involved, and there could have been more preparation done for this show. There could have been more planning. And now I'm hearing something about 2019 for season 8. Are you joking? No, I'm not impressed. Then the other thing I've heard is the Brotherhood Without Banners, or what I want to point out is this Brotherhood Without Banners. Aren't they missing a few people, or is it just me? What happened to some of those guys? Was it just, how did it get down to just those two and the Hound? Where's the rest of them? And then I've got a lot to say about Daenerys. A lot. A lot of people are hating on Daenerys, and I have a whole lot to say about Daenerys, but that's going to have to wait till next time. So here you are in our bedroom. It's a lot nicer than the other part of the house right now, except for our laundry. Sorry, Ted just got back from Maui, which I'm not even going to talk about that. We will not talk about that. Leave it to say that my lovely daughter is going to be taking me to Oahu. That's where I was born. When these two lovely, lovely people got married in 1963, after he graduated from Annapolis, they had me, but that's where I was born in 1964 at Tripler. And then my daughter said that it's going to be just her and I. No partners and no mean mother-in-laws, just the two lovely ladies in our bathing suits, and are going to go have fun. And we'll probably go over to Maui so we can see Ted's brother. He actually lives there and owns some coffee shops, and then we'll have a good time. And by the way, I've actually learned a little bit more about the video editing processing, so maybe I will get fancy with the next video. And peace and love, you guys. There's my mouse, so I can now click out. Bye. Have a good one.